What do you get when you combine the fast shoot-'em-up action of Gradius with the rest of the Konami family of games? The answer may surprise you a little bit. What you end up with is a delightful little series of games simply known as Parodius. In 1988, Konami decided to poke fun at itself a little bit, and parody some of its more popular games. What the world... Wait, let's be honest here for a second. These games were really only released in Japan, so you can't really use the phrase, "what was unleashed upon the world," when describing them. But I digress. What Konami actually gave its fans were two series of games, YY World and Parodius. While YY World focused on the platforming genre, Parodius tackled the faster pace of the shoot-'em-ups. Having never played YY World myself, I really can't comment too much about it. I've heard it's a lot of fun, and I will eventually get around to playing it. Being a big fan of both Konami and shoot-'em-up style games, I was immediately drawn to Parodius. I honestly knew nothing about these games, but was intrigued enough with the few images I'd seen online to want to play them. Since they were primarily never released in the US, I had to settle for playing them via emulation. What I ended up finding was a beautifully designed series of delightful games that just titillate the senses. Parodius games are very much on the zany side, with enough wacky charm to keep you wanting more. Yep, you never know what you're going to get when you start one up. All I can tell you is prepare yourself. What you find in the world of Parodius games is nothing short of a drug-induced hallucination. Seriously, there's some very strange and unique things found in these games. Everything from the regular kind of enemies to the, well, very interesting stage bosses. There are just so many bizarre things found in Parodius that I honestly can't do them justice. You will just need to play these games for yourself to see what I mean. And now, of course, you're probably all wondering, well, which one should I play and why should I be playing them? Well, it's your lucky day. I'm going to go ahead and dig a little bit deeper into these questions and see if I can't answer some of them. The first question's actually quite easy. All of them. You should be playing all of the Parodius games. All of the Parodius games you can get your grubby little hands on. They're all fantastic and really should be a part of your regular video game rotation. All Parodius games offer similar styles and options, the first one being the playable character selection, with each game offering you a choice of characters from the Konami family to choose from. Konami fans will undoubtedly recognize characters like Kid Dracula, Twin Bee, Goemon, Big Viper, and a host of other characters from the world of Konami. Each character comes with their own unique attack powers, and much like Gradius, they can all be upgraded using the familiar Gradius power-up style. I would recommend turning the upgrade setting to manual when you're given the choice. This allows you, instead of the game, to decide which power-ups you want to apply. Deciding on which character works best for you is a matter of trial and error. But it's a lot of fun to play each one, just to see what each one has to offer. At this point, we should probably talk about the bell power. It's not going to take you very long to see the bells I'm referring to. They're everywhere. You can shoot them, and they change colors, but don't worry, they can't harm you. I've seen playthroughs online where people avoid them because they think they're enemies. I can assure you, they're not. You'll be fine to pick them up. So then, what are they? Well, they're an additional power-up system borrowed from the Twin Bee games. Each different color bell represents a different different ability. I usually don't bother with them though, and they can be a little confusing at times, so if you just want to turn them off in the options menu, you can. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and take a closer look at that options menu. There are a few things in there worth noting. You may notice the word roulette at the bottom. Well, what the hell is it, and why do you want it? The answer is, you don't want it. Turn it off. The roulette feature will cycle the power-up bar at a rapid pace, like a roulette wheel. Get it? You press the button to randomly select the power-up, and you have to live with the results. And if you happen to land on the "Oh" power-up item, you're pretty much screwed. That particular power-up will simply reset your character back to default. Meaning, any and all previously collected and applied power-ups will be lost, and you'll need to start over from scratch. Have fun. The remaining things to look for in the options menu are the number of lives and continues, as well as the difficulty level. I recommend maximizing the number of lives and continues, and setting the difficulty level to what works best for you. With those technical details out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to actual gameplay. If you ignore the wacky enemies and environments, Parodius is just another basic shoot-'em-up. You fly towards the right, you blast waves of enemies, upgrade your weaponry, and then you take on some sort of a stage boss. So again, why should you play these games? Are you kidding me? Look at these things. These games are awesome. They are just stuffed, full of weird, wacky wonderfulness that only is found in the world of Parodius. And let's be honest, there's also something about giant, scantily clad women bosses that just makes it that much more interesting. So if you can find a copy of any of the various Parodius games, I highly recommend picking them up as quickly as possible. You will not be disappointed. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. For Wrong with the View, this is Emmett. Happy gaming.